The Talks Club. Keep talking, keep learning.
Oh, shut up. Don't give me that look. You don't know how good you have it. You suck at that. You are never going to amount to anything. Don't you know how much I love you? Abuse. It can be obvious and leave bruises. Well, it can be less obvious and leave only internal pain and sufferings. Whether emotional or physical, abuse is a form of bullying others that undermines person's self-esteem, tears families apart, and takes lives. Domestic violence is the leading cause of injury to women. Almost half of all men and women had experienced psychological abuse by their intermediate partner. Many experience it on a daily basis. When it comes about abuse, we think about the stereotypes that go along with. The truth is, no one is immune to domestic abuse. It can affect anyone, no matter what race, gender, socioeconomic culture, background, level of education, or sexual orientation. It is also important to remember that domestic violence is not just physical abuse. In fact, today I am going to focus on the type of abuse that occurs the most, yet are the least talked about. Yes, emotional abuse, which can be psychological and verbal. Our society defines domestic violence in terms of bruises. It is time to acknowledge them about the internal scars. People shy away from the conversations about domestic violence because it is easier to sweep it under the rugs and ignore it than to face the real difficulties and complexities of the abuse. But this is the reason why we need to talk about it. I will explain you this with the help of some illustrations. Do you remember the movie Gabbar is Back, where Sunil Grover, a constable, was repeatedly humiliated by his senior inspector that he was a driver and he is fit for bringing samosas and chutneys and he can't solve the case. Another example is from the ad of a cereal, Ladies Special, where a lady has been married to a doctor and the doctor says that he loves someone else. And the third one, rebate season, fresh and new, grooms for sale. 20, 25, 30. 30 once, self respect. 30 twice, self respect, hames and haws. 30 tries, groom sold, self respect dies. Yes, dowry. Dowry is the common reason why women are humiliated in their homes. Earlier, it was restricted for only cash. Now, the demands have been increased from cars to tickets. It is very easy to get trapped in an abusive relationship. Yes, it is difficult to escape. Whether you are a teenager or an adult, you can get caught in an unhealthy relationship. To help you recognize one, I would like to share 5 common signs of abuse. Although these are prominent elements of abuse, every situation is different. First, in the beginning of the relationship, it will be everything you ever wanted, like a fairy tale just coming true. You will be showered with compliments and may even fall in love. But before you know that, you will be blamed and humiliated. You will be told that you are not enough. Yourself will realize that you are not enough. You will be forced to get rid of the things that make you you. And they will make you leave behind your old identity. To gain control, the abuser will isolate you from your family, friends, and make you dependent on them. The abuser will scream, yell, and curse at you, and always find a time to point out your imperfections and mistakes because the abuser will be your well known, and he will know all your weaknesses. The abuser will deny that they ever did something wrong and blame you for their actions. So, guys, think about it. Are you in an emotional abuse?